Hi, this presentation is going to walk through the Schema.org Blueprints module demo profile and module. A little about me. My name is Jacob Rockowitz. I want to make your life easier by solving complex problems with simple, well thought out solutions. You can find me at jrockowitz on the web. So I just want to kind of recap the goals of the Schema.org Blueprints module. And the primary goal is content modeling. It's about getting structured data from Schema.org, which helps generate really clean APIs, and then generates its own LD for search engine optimization. And a secondary goal, which is just kind of evolving in the Drupal community, is creating the best administrative, authoring, and management experience in a CMS. And there's a lot of decisions behind this module, the Blueprints module, and even the demo. And, I'm trying to capture them using architecture decision records. There's a dedicated blog post on my site about it, but the idea, the decisions for the Schema.org blueprints, it takes an MVP approach to documenting architecture decisions. It helps developers, maintainers, onboard, contribute, and offboard from the project. It just makes me feel more comfortable with the growth and maintainability of the project. So all the decisions, as it's evolving, we're tracking them. Every module, we're supporting an integration, or even in a demo, even if it's just a nice UX improvement, we're capturing it. And I can show you that over here. So there's a decisions MD file in the docs folder. This is linked to from the Schema.org Blueprints module main page. And it just captures all the little decisions behind the module. Namespacing, integration with other ecosystems. The one for the demo that's very important is down at the bottom. It also talks about starter kits and demo, but right here are all the modules that are being installed in the pattern for installing the module. These are modules supported for fields. Down at the bottom, it starts talking about for the demo and starter kits what type of enhancements we need for site building tools or configuration management or views enhancement or even just improving the content authoring. Some of these are very small modules that just fix Drupal's UX to provide the best authoring experience. I'm not going to go into all of them, but you should look around and get familiar with them. And I might be able to call out some examples as I move forward. So now I'm going to keep going, talking about setting up the Schema.org Blueprints modules profile and the main module. There's three modules here. Really, you got the core schema.org module, the schema.org underscore demo module, and the schema.org underscore demo underscore profile. And just to say it about the installation profile, it's just a lightweight version of the standard profile minus some unneeded configuration, which would be the contact module enabled, the article content type, which uses Drupal's old image field and not a media field. So we're really just going to get this working, and you're going to create and install Drupal using Composer, standard install. And then the simplest approach is to take the composer.example.json file in the install directory in the demo and just replace your composer.json file, and then run composer update, then start to install the site, and then install the demo. I'm going to go to setup, but I'm going to backtrack here so I can grab some code. Well, we don't even need to grab the code. What we're going to do is go over here, and we're in the demo, and we're going to go over to the README. And the README is going to give us some directions. And this is what we're generally talking about. It's all these steps here. And here's the example JSON file. And if I copy it, right here, copy the file contents. So if I go, sorry about that. If I go back over here, I have a clean install of Drupal. You can see nothing's installed except Drush. It's the only thing that's different. If I paste this in, and I do walk through the steps, I'll just point out, it sets up the Composer Merge plugin with the libraries that are going to be merged. It fixes some namespacing issue. And then it really sets up the dependencies under right here. The schema.org profile, the demo, the profile has to be checked out from Git, so it gives us that example code. So now we can say composer update. It's going out and getting the schema.org modules and the demo and the profile. And you have to run composer update a few times because as those dependencies are installed, the libraries will be discovered. And you'll see when I run it again, it's patching. Give it one more second. It's finding the composer.libraries file for the third-party JavaScript libraries. You see how it says ckeditor source, code mirror, drop zone, chosen. I'm going to run it one more time as it's happening. So now we have Composer completely set up to do a nice clean install. If we go back over here and we go to the README, we're going to get our command. And we're going to go in here, let it finish. It's going to ask us to prompt and say yes. Okay, I'm going to grab that password. Well, we'll go over to here and do the install of the demo. Paste it in. Now I'm going to grab the password so I don't lose it. Now I hit enter, and it's installing the demo, which basically turns on all of these submodules all at once, and it will set up configuration for the demo. It's a massive list, and that's kind of the point of having the demo, so you don't have to go through each individual module. It's going to take a little while to set up. I'm actually going to let this run in the background. It's going to install the module, do config rewrites, and I can keep going. I have the password too, so we'll come back to it. So what do you get with the demo? What's going to happen? Well, listen, it's there's 4 submodules. The demo, the standard submodule, just basically just an opinionated demo based on Drupal standard profile or even our custom profile. They're both based off the standard profile. It's just the demo profile has a few features removed. An admin module enables the Gin admin theme and provides admin UI enhancements. The translation module just enables translation for the Blueprints demo. And the Next.js, which I'm not going to get into, but it starts to implement Next.js support for the schema.org Blueprints module. So we can go back and let's see the status. You can see that it's rewriting config. What this is doing is tweaking little config. For example, when I highlight this, it's taking the basic HTML format and enhancing it. It's integrating it with a few other modules and enabling features out of the box. And I'm actually going to use that as the demo. Now we're going to go back over and I have my install. So this was originally a clean install. If I hit refresh, we're here. We can go in. You see the Gin admin theme with the Gin login kicks in. Oops, I forgot to change the password. Hit login. We don't want this password, but now we have, I want to emphasize what's going on in the demo. It's all documented in the decisions. We have dashboard set up. It automatically redirects to a dashboard that shows admin content with additional features. If you go into add a page, you're going to get CK Editor with a few enhancements where we're going to implement source code editing. We can also, it implements embedded, inserting image, media, embedded content, embedded paragraphs, and even the this is the embedded content, which I'll demo it because I really like this one. This is a quote by Jake, and this just drops in a little quote widget. And then if you go to source mode, it'll give you code mirror. This is all about just getting little best practices that wouldn't necessarily be part of the core schema.org Blueprints module. They're too opinionated, but if you stick to the goal of the best content authoring experience, the demo should implement this. And there we go with a very clean setup. You have to walk through. There's lots of little features. This is just an example, and I'll talk about where you should go with this. I mean, I'll even call out there's this little language switcher just to switch the site to Spanish. Just makes it a little easier, and this is a prompt to make sure you don't lose data. Now you can switch the site to Spanish or English. Okay, we're going to keep going. So listen, use this demo to quickly get started with content modeling and authoring. Definitely look through the code and you can copy the modules and configuration that you need for your project. This is not meant to be a starter for your project, but just a demo of what you could do. And really, don't export configuration until your content models are finalized and populated and all your configuration is set up. It just configures everything for you. Config rewrite allows you to change little pieces of config and not all the config. And so what are your next steps? Listen, explore schema.org types and properties, determine your required content models, configure your submodules and integrations, try out the demo because it will give you a good idea of the full potential of using schema.org as your blueprint. And experiment with starter kits I've done for the Blueprints module. There's a dedicated video on that. And yeah, at the end of the day, once everything's set up, you're going to export your configuration because you're going to roll your own Drupal site based on the schema.org Blueprints module. Thank you. You can find me at Jay Rockowitz on the web. You can go to the schema.org demo. It links to the README. And take care.